Okay. Uh, what we are going to discuss is the production planning, and production planning has the basic ingredient is material and material data in the system. So if we talk about the material and the basic ingredient, if we have to start, then of course we will have to dig down and see what comprises a material. Okay. So speaking of material master or material data, as we call it, we have quite a lot of variables in the material master. Okay, let me just go down to SAP. Let me go down to SAP. Okay, now let's take up any material that we have already made, execute. This is our material, and let's pick up any random material here. This is our random material. 30,000. Okay, 30,000 MM03. 30,000. Select views, basic data, accounting, counting one. Okay, and what else? Purchasing, organization levels, 8842. Okay, even if we don't understand how this is working, this is okay. So, speaking of material, this is material details that we will put in a material master. It will also accompany MRP data also in the material data, but this material has been made without MRP. So let's create one MM01. Industry sector can be any. Let's keep mechanical engineering. And material type. Now, what is a material type? Material type can be raw materials, semi-finished, or finished goods. Select views, basic, purchasing, sales, org, MRP 1, 2, 3, and 4. Counting 1. Work scheduling, I'm not picking up right now. 8842. Okay, now let's say we have drill bits 30 mm. Okay, unit of measure each material group. Now, material group, what we will also discuss this later on. Right now, we'll just have a walkthrough of the material master. Okay, some more details in basic data tab. Sales org, of course, related to sales organization or division. Now division is just nothing but business vertical, from which division it will be sold for this sales organization. Okay, purchasing will have purchasing group, and it will have automatic PO. Okay, plant special material status. Now, whenever a material is produced at one plant and has to be transferred, its status will be given a whether it will be blocked or not. But then again, we are not going into the details right now. Source listing. Okay. MRP. Now, this is something related to our subject, our area of interest. Okay. MRP1 has four areas: general data, MRP procedure, lot size data, and MRP areas. I'll just explain that very quickly. And general data will have purchasing group, which purchasing group is responsible for this material number, MRP group. Now, which MRP group? Now, this MRP group can be for sales order production or custom order production, okay, or make to order, make to stock. That can be a part of that material group. Material type right now, whether it will be put through material requirement planning or not, right now we're just taking the default and the reorder point. Whenever this material falls short in production, the reorder point will be 1,000 units, 2,000 units, depends on the speed of production and the order. Okay. Planning time frames. This is the window, the provision, the cushion before and after the production. MRP controller will see this in detail in the next lectures. Lot sizing procedure. How big is the lot and how is the sizing done? Minimum lot size, how many pieces in one lot will be put, fixed lot size, maximum stock level, assembly scrap. These are some of the values that we're putting in. So there are four parts in MRP1: general data, MRP procedure, lot size data, MRP areas. Okay, got it? MRP2. MRP, what is MRP? Material requirements planning. Material requirement planning is basically a part of production where you have to plan the availability and production of the material. Procurement F is what? Let's see what is the details in this. Okay. External procurement, no procurement, in-house production, both procurement types. So we have taken external. Okay, external procurement. Okay, in MRP2, we have four more areas. Three areas: procurement, scheduling, net requirements, calculation. Okay. Now, what is procurement? How is this material produced and procured within the plants, between the plants? Special procurement. Again, there are conditions for procuring special part for a custom-made order. Location of that production, supply area, from where it will be supplied, from the warehouse or from the vendor. Backflush is replenish. Replenish is the refill of the material. If the material is going short, you produce it and refill your stocks. JIT is for automotive industry, which means just in time. Storage location for end product. And stock determination group, we'll discuss this later. GR processing time, plant delivery time. This is coming under scheduling. Now, schedule margin. Margin is basically the post-production and pre-production cushion. How many days will you give for planning your next production cycle? Net requirement calculation, basically safety stock and reorder level is somewhat related. So net requirement means that there is a requirement of 100 pieces and 50 are available. So net requirement is 50, but gross requirement is, if there is a requirement of 100 pieces and there are 90 pieces in stock, so gross requirement will still be 100. Okay. Minimum safety stock, safety time indicator. These are indicators we'll configure for lead time calculations. Okay. Safety time, activity coverage profile. We'll see this later on, but there are three areas in MRP2: procurement, scheduling, and net requirement calculation. Okay, in MRP3, forecast requirements, planning, availability check, and plant specific configuration will be there. Forecast requirement, basically, how will you forecast a certain material production? Okay, we will be configuring this one by one. Planning, how will you plan your production? What material will you be using? Okay, availability check, whether material is available for production or not. This is the availability check. Replenishment lead time, again, same as the safety time. and lead times, these are somewhat near defined and nearly related. Okay, configurable material. Now, some materials, for example, plant specific, some materials will be produced on a specific plant. For example, there's an Italian machine and there's a Japanese machine. Both machines will actually work in a different way to produce a certain thing. Okay, and that could be a machine industry. For example, if you're producing industrial part or automotive spare part, then that material, if it is put through Italian machine, it will give a different result. But if it is put through a Japanese machine, it will give a different result. That is configurable material. So four parts are there: forecast requirements, planning, availability, check, plant specific configuration. Last part of the MRP is okay, bomb explosion. Now, what is bomb explosion? Bills of material. Now, bills of material are required to produce an end product, finished product. Okay, and whether this explosion or collective requirements will be for one material or collective material. What will be the scrap percentage? Requirement growth will configure, and we will discuss this in the later part. So there are four parts: bomb explosion, discontinued parts, repetitive manufacturing, strategy, assembly, deployment, strategy. What is repetitive manufacturing? This happens in uh, beverage industry or spare part production industry. Okay, repetitive manufacturing happens with our chemical industry. Okay, so this is repetitive manufacturing profile. Now, profile actually has how a product will be going through the supply line, supply chain, and the profile will calculate overhead costs and material cost through this profile. Okay, discontinued parts, models which are like motorbike models are going out of date or obsolete will be discontinued. Okay, so production versions, there are production, as I told you, Italian version and the Japanese version, that is production versions. Okay, two machines will mean production versions will be different. So material has been created. Easy. Yeah. Okay. So we have already discussed this. We discussed this in the first lecture. That was MRP 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Now, next is SPRO Logistics General Master, Material Master, Basic Setting, Material Types. Material types. What are material types? Let's see. SPRO. Now, what we saw in the previous part was front end, and we created a material. Now we are going for back end, that is configuration. Logistics, general, material master, basic settings. Material master, basic settings, material types, define attributes, define attributes of material types. Category reference entirely for valuation class related. Okay, over here, ROH. Now this ROH is basically code word for raw materials. Okay. Double click and select this folder. Valuation area. Now valuation area is nothing but your plant. Okay. This is your plant. So I will go for our template. Double A42 is our plant. Quantity updating, value updating. Now, any material, a raw material that is being procured or produced will have a quantity and it will have a value as well. But some raw materials will not have any quantity or value for example, those products which are produced for research purposes. Pipeline is again used for oil and gas industry, automotive, and repetitive manufacturing, where pipeline-based uh, manufacturing is done. Pipeline means continuous supply. Okay. Okay, quantity and okay, material types. Now let's find out some uh, non-valuated material. Okay. Non-stock, non-valuated. You want non-valuated. Uh-huh. Okay, non-valuated was here. Non-valuated material, double click. Okay, now non-valuated materials are again those um, which are not going to be valuated or costed just because they will be used for research purposes or for sampling to be sent to the vendors. Okay, in this, if we look at this X plant material from plant to plant transfer status, whether it will be blocked or reserved or issued, have to. Okay, blocked, use, block for sales. Okay, and or it can be consumed. This can be set from here. Quantity structure is nothing but combination of bills of material, which is BOM plus routing, the recipe. That is quantity structure. Okay. Okay. Now next is now pipeline mandatory for pipeline. Pipeline means continuous supply, mandatory whether this material is for that purpose or not. External purchase order or internal plant to plant purchase orders means plant will issue purchase orders or will buy this material from another plant, or external purchase orders whether it will be procured from the outside or not. Okay. So external purchase allowed or not allowed, external purchase is allowed or not allowed. This is basically the case over here. And now these are the views. Basically, these views basically are used for material master. We've already seen that when we created our material. Whether this will be valuated or not, like value updating, no valuation area of quantity and value. So this is your material. Let's move forward. Okay. Material master, we've already seen that. Logistic general, general material master, configuring material master. Okay. Logistic general material master, logistics general material master, configuring material master, configuring the material master, define structure of screens for each screen sequence. Okay, standard industry sequence and data screens. Now, these basically, what are these screens basically? When we actually created the MM03, um, when we created this material, these are the views, the screens, okay? Basic data purchasing, MRP 1, 2, and let's say purchasing subscreens. In subscreens, we have more uh, the programs that run those screens, how these screens will respond, and what details will these screens have. This is what is mandated from here. These are the screen number, and this is actually used by consultants for making custom programs. Okay. Basic data screen. Okay, we can actually go back and see how we can make these screens mandatory or not mandatory. Okay, material group, gross weight. Okay, let's go back. Let me tell you some more details. Okay, logistic general, material master, field selection, material master, field selection. Now, for example, if I want to change this MM02, same material, basic data, MRP 1, 2, 3, 4. Or rather, what we'll do, we'll just keep it simple. organization levels, level 8.2. Okay, now this basic unit of measure has a star, and this is also having a star, which means it's mandatory. Okay, we'll try to change this. So we'll go from logistics general material master field selection, assign fields to field selection groups. Assign field to field selection groups. Field name is Mara BRGEW. Now, what is Mara? Mara is table name, and BRGEW is the field name. Now, what are the fields? These are the fields, and these are basically related to tables at the back end. Okay, MARA field name, Mara ERGEW. Okay, Mara gross weight. Now, what is gross weight? There is gross weight. Okay, this is gross weight. Okay, weight unit is kg, and select group 16. Go back. Select group is 16. Enter, save. Okay, SAP PP. Okay, this is done. Now I'll go back. MM02, and we'll go for basic data. Okay, over here, gross weight is not mandatory yet. Okay, let's follow the configuration. Same kind of material master field selection, maintain field selection for data screens. For data screens. Okay. Oh, maintain field data screens. Field selection group. Field selection group is 16. MRA BRG okay, and select. Okay, selection group is option entry. Over here we have hide and display field reference. Save. Field selection group drop down 16. Can have required entry. Save. Okay. Field reference. Okay, field reference is ROH. ROH, and we will make it required entry. Save, because ROH is raw material. Okay. Now we will refresh this again. MM02. Select views, basic data, and gross weight is now mandatory. Okay. So this is how you actually change it, but we'll go back to this and enter 01, save, enter, save. Okay. We will go back to assign fields. Mara BRGEW. Over here, it was 243. Save and save. So we are back with our configuration to the default level. Okay. So field selection, we have already seen this. Let's go back. Go ahead. Material master basic, because I have to. Okay, we have to wrap it up. Okay, configuring material master basic setting, define number range for each material type. Okay, let's see that. Material master basic settings. Material master basic settings, maintain, define number range for each material types. What are groups? Our group material type is ROH, ROH raw. Yeah, this one. ROH raw is assigned to 7 series. Okay, this is the 7 series ROH raw. It is assigned over here. And what are the number intervals? These are the number intervals we have already made, which is not so difficult to maintain. And some numbers can be assigned from externally by the users, or the material can be given numeric numbers based on material types. Period open, MMRB, okay, MMR1, MMB1, MMR1, MMR1. Create material. Now this is a raw material. MMR is for material, raw material. MMB1, this is for semi-finished HAL. Okay. Okay. And next is MMRB, MMPB, MMRB, MMPB, MMRB. MMRB, company code 8842. Okay, current period is 0706. Okay. And allow posting to previous period. We can allow to the last period, which is month back, but not beyond that. Disallow back posting generally. So we cannot post to previous period if we don't check this one. Okay. Okay, bills of material. Now, bills of material is nothing but collection of all the components that will make one component or one finished product or material. So motorcycle is our finished product, and it will have these materials to make one motorcycle. So there are 2 segments, chassis and powertrain. Okay. And for example, if you're making a finished product pen, one piece, so it will require to make one piece of a pen. We will need a refill 1 piece, stem 1 piece, cap 1 piece, bottom cap 1 piece, bolt 4 pieces. List of components which actually make a product. So there are categories also in bills of material: material BOM, document strategy, equipment BOM, sales order BOM, standard BOM, function location BOM. We'll see this in the next lecture. Okay. So what is a prerequisite for material? For a material BOM, that it should have a material plus a plant to be created. Okay. That's it for today. Thank you very much.